See, unlimited transcendental qualities. You get a little inkling of that. This is just like a few verses, man. It's just endless bliss, man, endless happiness. And this is going to get so obvious to the people out there. They're going to, why the heck aren't we with them, man? That's how they were just, see, they were churning Caitanya-caritāmṛta and Adilita. The devotees just kept churning this ocean of worshiping Krishna in spirit and truth. The Holy Spirit of devotion and in truth, these pastimes and all this. And it became more and more, amazing and it increased. People started to really say, hey man, this looks like a really great place to go. Even devotees, because devotees are deep inside are looking for this. They're just bewildered, in the lower levels of the mundane Vaishnavism still. Until you're awakened, you're still a neophyte, man. Until love of God awakens, it's like you're still neophyte. Until love of God awakens, and that's a big thing. That's why Prabhupada said, even my God brothers, look, you're acting like neophytes, because you still, a Vaishnava is awakened, you got love of God, your heart becomes purified by that. You become non-envious, and that wasn't their stage. See? He said they're not, it's neophyte. He just called a spade a spade. I mean, that's pretty unpopular to do, call your God brothers a neophyte. Huh? Yeah. So what is the difference? Bhakti Siddhanta said, I made so many enemies in this life. See, a devotee is non-envious. They don't make any enemy. He has no enemy, but he made many enemies. Why? Enemies is the enemies, your enemies, man, become the devotees' enemies. They take on that. Your enemies are destroying your life, man. You're taking another birth. Because your enemies are doing that, and they look like your friends. See, Prabhupada said, I made many enemies. They're the enemies of the world, but the world is worshipping them as their friends. See? So, but that's preaching. I make many enemies. Prabhupada made some enemies too. God brothers, what is this? You're telling us, that? Don't you know that we're your superiors, man? We took sannyas before you. We had initiated before you. How dare you do that? Take the name Prabhupada? This one guy left here because he took the name Prabhupada. Said that nobody. Oh, you know what? The woman who wrote the book about Prabhupada, who was a Prabhupada disciple, but went to Narayan Raj, said he took Prabhupada and then lost so many people because he did that, like it was a bad thing. She put it like it was a bad thing. Hey man, it was a wonderful thing, a good thing, a right thing. See? But the enemies, your enemies, don't like it, man. Those they came in and shook their finger at Prabhupada and said, how dare you take the name Prabhupada? He took that name to deliver the world, man. Okay? Made an enemy of those persons. He said, they'll kill me if they get a chance. Post a guard out there. These guys, so-called saviors, they're your friggin' enemy, all the way up to into the snake. It's a snake. The snake's got you, man. They're biting you all the time. And the real acharya goes after that snake. If the Lord gives the order, and he has here. Destroy the snake, man, so that people can get real devotion, the real deal. Otherwise you'll go Vaidhi Bhakti. Proof is, you friggin' guys out there, which one of you has taken a disciple and brought them to spontaneous devotion? Huh? Which one of you? That's proof that you're a real guru at this time. Otherwise you're just a maintainer of the movement. You just do your maintenance. But you're no deliverer. Anybody worshipping you is idol worshipping. Worshipping an idol. You don't have the power to deliver people like they did 500 years ago, and that's the phase we're working on now. Okay? Step aside. You want to fight more? Fight. Go ahead. Yeah, but the truth is here to set people free now. Bring them to the spontaneous level of devotional service quickly. You enter Raganuga, still not spontaneous usually, unless you brought it in. And then you learn these principles and you get committed more, purified to the point where you see this obvious more and committed, and your life is this, and you realize, man, this is my life. And then you give life to others by testifying to the truth. Because that's the life is here. You found the light, man. The light is shining brightly and nobody can see it because the witnesses are not strong enough to bring it up. Well, look at River, look at Yamuna, Karuna, look at Johan, look at her, look at everybody starting to get stronger. And as they're stronger, they testify the light is here in our Sangha. Otherwise, you put a bush in, you put a shade over it, people can't see. Prabhupada, was more or less doing that. He had to. Bhaktisiddhanta, he made many enemies. He had a bit of a shade over it still. Didn't show the ecstatic devotion. Like the Lord started to do. Take the shade off, start to It's like Lord Chaitanya said, Gopinath to this guy used to hide, either Nityananda or Lord Chaitanya. When they want to go into hiding, they go to his house. And so the Lord comes to this devotee, I forgot his name, Acharya-caritāmṛta, I don't know, I forgot his name. Anyway, a wonderful devotee. And he says, I need you to hide me for a while, for a few days. He said, how can I do this? The whole world is seeing you now. They see your ecstatic devotion. And how can I put any shade over this? They're going to find you out now. Okay. So, just went to another break. Oh, this is Sridhar's glory. It's funny. I'm supposed to read this. I feel like I am. Sridhar is such a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Yes, but what happened here? What's going on here? Let's see here. Okay, Srila Gaurahari, Bhakti-Vedanta saying Krishna. You are Krishna. No. Wait a second. No, he didn't mean it that way. That's why I got to help. I thought I need to explain that. No, he's not Krishna's servant. See? Not Krishna that way. It's Krishna, but okay. There are various forms of Krishna, okay? One form of Krishna is himself. He's the Father and everything. He's all pervading and everything. Okay? There's one form like that of Krishna. Another form of Krishna is Krishna in Vrindavan, okay? Which is the original form. All of that is in that little form. And when Mother Yashoda looked in there, she saw that everything. See, that's another manifestation of Krishna. The original form. Another manifestation of Krishna is Balaram. Okay? That's a form of the Lord. Pure devotees, form of Krishna. You could say, Radharani and Krishna, same, the gopis, form of Krishna. But they're in their mood, they're servants of Krishna. See, they got the mood. See, Prabhupada was a form of Krishna as a servant. His mood is servant, he's a jiva. Or, at that point, the main thing is he acted as a jiva, as an empowered spiritual master. See? So that's another form of Krishna. See, form of Krishna, but in the mood and in their natural constitutional state. Now you're considering, you consider them like Krishna because they've realized Krishna. That's why you put them in the altar with Krishna. They've realized Krishna. But still they won't say, I'm Krishna, I'm a servant of Krishna. That is their nature. Even Balaram, I'm a servant of Krishna. I serve Krishna. Advaita, I'm a servant of Krishna, even though he's God also. Krishna but servant, in the servant mood. And the jiva is just a small particle of Krishna, see, but in the mood of a servant. See, so that's why the Lord said to consider the jiva as the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a great offense. But if you understand it rightly through tattva, then there's no problem. You just got to understand. That's why you start out, you could say, because you want to worship that form of Krishna as a spiritual master that is the one that the Lord is using as a by medium. Okay? But if you worship, Krishnas are the demigods too, but it's like a slanted form. Demians, he's working. See, Krishna even says, I am fear, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm the shark. He's not only the positive, he's the negative, he's everything. See? But you want to focus in when it's available, when the Lord is revealing the form of Krishna as the deliverer, the bona fide spiritual master. Okay? So in that sense, they're Krishna, but in the form of Guru. See, Krishna is, what are they delivering you? When you worship the Lord, you'll see this. You just deliver Krishna as Krishna is. Yeah. So Krishna as the servitor, you need to know that. So that's the main thing, because they're going to deliver you. Krishna, when you're ready to be delivered, he delivers you in the form of the spiritual master. See? If you can't realize, you have to realize this devotional level. That's why people here that are getting the devotion awakened in them, see, now that's deliverance. Now you're acting in your spiritual awakened body here. Now you just got to feed it. See, we're just feeding the spiritual body, right? It gets stronger, more clear, more, just becomes more reality. You start living in your spiritual form more and more and more forever. See, it progress. Look at the Lord came here, with his associates. Some of them were so advanced in this, they began to live in Vrindavan, literally here. A lot of them came from Vrindavan to show the ultimate where it's going. We're all going in that direction. It's not all or nothing. Hey man, once the spiritual potency is active and everything, we just keep feeding it, and it just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger and sweeping up more and more people in it. Okay, so that should explain it there. Is Srila Gaurahari Das Bhagavad Krishna? You are Krishna. My head is swimming. I need to take my breath. Well, Krishna in that way, is a servant of Krishna. The Mayavadi think I am Krishna, but in the wrong way. See, it's just slanted. It's not clear Siddhanta. See, this is clear. This will put a cooling in you. It's like Lord Prabhupada said, and people misunderstand the statement. Prabhupada said only Lord Chaitanya can take my place, and then one of the devotees speculated and said, "You see, it was Lord Chaitanya." See, but in the wrong understanding, thinking he was like Lord Chaitanya in his thing. That is offensive, actually. It's not clear understanding, clear Siddhanta. No, he's not like that. He is definitely used by Lord Chaitanya like a by medium. See, he's servant of Lord Chaitanya. That is his position. He wouldn't like to be known as Lord. What, you tell me like I'm like that? No way. Not Lord Chaitanya. Okay? But because Lord Chaitanya was using him, that he's now counted amongst the associates of the Lord. See, associates, they are in their position. Always associates, not I'm God, that way. But they get so close and so intimate, it's like God radiates, Krishna radiates his qualities, all kinds of amazing things through such a person. See? That's how, when pastime illustrated that, when the Lord was so close to Jagadananda Pandit, see closeness, intimacy? He was living right there and just so intimate with the Lord. And the Lord, the devotees were saying, oh, we want to see Lord Chaitanya, we can't come. Who's going to... And so they're praying for the Lord to come. So the Lord said, well, I can't leave Jagannath Puri. Of course he could, but his mother said, you stay there. And he's pastime. Well, I can't go, so what can I do? He sends Jagadananda Pandit, see, who was so close and intimate with Lord Chaitanya. And so he goes to talk about, he talks about the qualities of the Lord with each in devotees' houses. And it was just like they had Lord Chaitanya in their presence. They felt that, they experienced that. And they wouldn't even let him leave. They want to, no, don't go, we'll give you another cup of coffee or whatever he's drinking. Who knows? Tea, chai, have another chai. Hey, have that. Oh, don't go. They kept trying to keep him on. They wouldn't let him go. He'd go to houses like that. And talk Harikatha. Actually, Gaurahari talked about the qualities of Lord Chaitanya, and they was like, wow, we feel the presence of the Lord here. See, and so that's how the Lord works, through the bona fide guru here. He sends his intimate associates. And then you get to really know, as it is, the qualities of the Lord. Otherwise, people are speculating. These gurus, so many of them are speculating, man. Writing these big things and all that is still none up to snuff. When I listen to some of those, God, there's so much, my mind's starting to spin. He hasn't overcome Trinavarta. Why is my head spinning like, reading this stuff? See, Trinavarta is still working there. Bhutana is still working there. See? So we got a big job here, because those disciples, they ain't moving on. If you die committed to those who have not really realized Krishna in a very deep way, well, you die at that level. See? Anybody ready to go deeper? Come here. See? Anybody I talk seemingly bad against is not an offense. I'm just trying to help these people get out of the Maya that they're stuck in. What's so offensive about trying to pull you out of that subtle Maya, the snake obstacle that guru is still stuck in? Prabhupada said, none of my god brothers are actually qualified to be acharya. Why don't you just believe him now? I'm just repeating what he said. It hasn't changed. Nothing's changed. Okay, maybe you got some help there and everything. Now you're a nice person. But that ain't good enough to go into the kingdom of God. See, those who are really faith in Prabhupada in the heart and soul, they'll be led here. Why wouldn't they? Prabhupada gave me the order. It's really true. Krishna gave the blessing. You come here, you're going to realize Krishna. It will work and has already worked and will work more. And you know who you are out there. You'll end up on this doorstep. It'll be a little baby in a basket with a note on it. Where do these things come from? Krishna. A little orphan. Okay, let's take it in. Give it milk. The right milk, The baby will say, oh, God, finally got some good stuff. Start waking up, man. See, it's like Prabhupada said, only Lord Chaitanya can take his place. See, only Krishna can wipe off that poison that people have been drinking. The subtle, even Vaishnavism is subtle. The gurus, they're doing what they can do. See, but still, there's a little laced with some poison, and they still can't get the desired result. Man, a little snaky. You come here, you get the straight thing. It's like Krishna jumping right into your lake, man. Your lake of poison, man. Right inside you. You've taken it on, man. It's like you listen here, man. Krishna's jumping in that waters there. And that's why you get the term. Krishna's in the coils there. The Harikatha's there. Oh, why is he, I can't see, let me fight against, he doesn't understand me, don't know me, inside Krishna, it's Krishna's in it. We just inject Krishna and jump in there. We're like a slide. Krishna slides off the tongue. The tongue slides out into your heart. What is going on? That's all we're doing, you know. And then he takes care of the poison, you know. It's got a little bit of a fight, you know. You feel it inside. After a while, it's all gone, you know.
He likes to fight. I mean,
Yeah. He was having fun. He tightened his belt, jumped off the condumba tree into that river, man. He said, "My river's been poisoned, man. I gotta go in there." Only he could go in there. See, so he does through the bona fide guru, through their tongue, man, jumps into that lake of poison that you've taken on, listening to all these unqualified spiritual masters even. You know, okay, you did what you could, Mr. Spiritual Master, you know, but here, you know, Krishna, you gotta have the real Krishna coming in there. See, that's taking only Lord Chaitanya can take Prabhupada's place, where Lord Chaitanya is working through a devotee. He slides off their tongue as it is, man, and jumps right into that lake and sets fire to it. You know? The only thing that can burn in water is Krishna. You ever see that stuff burning on top of a river? You know, it's the oil. Yes, it has to be put in there. Yeah, and it needs to be purified. See, this water of the speculation is like a water too, like harikata is like a water. So speculation poisons that, poisons the heart, more or less. Speculation, that's why it can't deliver you. You need the Krishna is being using by medium to come in there and do its work. So what do you think? Only Krishna could jump in that lake, the river, right, with Putana, with Kalya. Only Krishna could kill the obstacle, Putana. See, so Krishna's about to be working through a real bona fide guru, and that proves their supremacy over everything. The Lord uses them. They're empowered to be supreme over Putana, Kalya, and Trinavarta, and all these demons, the donkey, jackass demons. Hey, you don't understand that. Yeah. See? So, yeah, so that's the way it works. You know. Gotta find, you know. And so deliverance is here. This preaching is amazing. You know, this is, you know, this is like a Jesus trip. You know, this kind of is so conclusive. It's actually in a sense better because Jesus said, "I have more to tell you, but you guys aren't ready." And this is all the more to tell, man. Tell that the Lord has many forms, not just Jesus and not just Shiva, and not just, you know, various forms authorized, different ways. You know? He has different relationships with devotees. Isn't this what Jesus obviously knew? I have more to tell you, but you can't bear it. You know, could you imagine him preaching that? Well, you know, actually God is like a little baby and you can take, wow, are you crazy? I think we believe these guys, you're insane. Wasn't time. So hopefully we cleared this Krishna thing. Oh, I'm getting, but I see, I think, my head spinning. That's River Yamuna saying all these things. Mm-hmm. One multifarious Krishna, yeah. Karuna Sindhu, you have to listen to Srila Gaurahari Das Maharaj of Guru Tattva. Richard, hi Gaurahari, yeah, Richard's back, good. Ask you to partake. Jumpin' Jack Flash, yeah. You laugh at Krishna. You laugh at Krishna. You laugh Krishna. You love Krishna, or it says you laugh Krishna. I don't know what that means. Francis, by the mercy of both Krishna and the bona fide spiritual master, such a person receives a seed of creeper devotional working. That's a verse in Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Yeah. See, by the mercy of both Krishna and the spiritual master. See, Krishna is that seed that comes through the spiritual master. Krishna is that truth injected as it is into the person that's faithful. Okay? Such a person receives a seed of the creeper of devotional awakening. See, that's the madhyam taste. You get taste for the Krishna. See? You get some taste even before the awakening. See? Then the awakening happens. See? And your heart awakens. See? Now that's real initiation. Krishna is the source of all poison. That's right. He's that poison too. Yeah. So he can clear it off. If you're willing, he'll clear it off. If you believe in it. See, the problem is people believe in the poison. See, they believe the poison is nectar, but it's really not. They're just poisoned. Does they ever see these movies, these persons that pass poison on? They don't die, but they kill people. See? That's a person who is their bhakti is poisoned, and they think, sometimes people see, like Putana thought her she was a devotee. She's thinking she's a real devotee. Acting like, looking good on the outside, but still there's poison there. Okay? That had to be extracted from her. Okay? So we're in an extraction process, and then the real pure devotion comes, and then the person becomes really conclusive. See? So that poison causes the bhakti to be slanted. See, that's why it's powerful. Kind of people wonder, like, well, it looks like here, same thing, but the conclusiveness is not there. See, the conclusiveness is what purified the Putana. See, you could say, here in action you see the Putanas. Whoever is still under the false ego of that, it's slanting the real bhakti. Okay? The truth comes in and just cracks that. It goes in there. It's the as it is truth comes in and it destroys it. Okay? Otherwise, they just keep taking that bhakti and poisoning it with their mind, their false ego. It's being refracted. So it's a very deep level. This is where Ravana, he had this Sita over there in the kingdom. She was also crying and everything. See? But it was the false representation still. See? That's enough, man. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. We had to make up for lost time today. I got up late, so. Did we make up for you then?
We did. We certainly did.
Yeah. Was this class better than yesterday?
Yes,
God, what a standard I have to do. I have to always have a better class than the day before. How can I keep this up? I don't think it's possible. Yeah, burned in the water. See, you notice flames represent the fire. What do they do in fire sacrifice? The flames there. It's considered purifying. Sita came out of the fire. See, she wasn't burned. And that's the burning, what burns. See, Putana was feeling burned by the touch of Krishna, very hot. See? But it's just burning her identification with the false ego away. That's why people hear you say, river, false ego's burning up. Okay? It's hot. But when it's burned, then it's cool. Then it doesn't burn you anymore. No more burning. Okay? This is why I say, you want to prove that you're really on this level, you're really on a real guru on this level and all this stuff, you got real bhakti, why are you getting burned by this fire? Why? So I call you Putana. People call me Putana, they call me all kinds of names. That's a pretty name compared to what they call me. That's nothing. Why am I not burned by that? See? So that's the thing. There's more power here to burn up, because if you're thinking, I feel so, why are you offending me? Well, you're still, not purified. Need more work, huh?
Yeah.
As I looked at him, he.
The person's out there,
Fire, no. Krishna, fire, water. Yeah, Krishna swallowed the forest fire, right? See? Forest fire is the Maya. It swallows it. we swallowed it here too. Okay, in 15 minutes, he's going, river, on the contrary, but on the contrary, in his battle against Shiva, he fought with his cold weapon and Shiva with his heat weapon. Whatever, heat, cold, all this stuff, Yeah, try and look deeper from the points there. It's not just, I'm not just telling stories. There's a message. Look for the message.
Hello, I was going to tell you this is living Shastra. This is living Shastra. Okay, so you've got the Shastra from previous lifetimes and previous whatever it is. But this is actually happening now. This is happening now. Thank you.
Very good. Okay. See you soon. And everybody that can, come for Johan. If you need to rest, you deserve it. Krishna.
Hare Krishna.